Hello, I'm Steve Bordenkirker, Senior Vice President of TPA Services with East Coast Risk Management. I'd like to take a moment and talk about unemployment contribution rate notices. As the end of year approaches, depending on your individual jurisdictions, you will soon be receiving your unemployment contribution rate notice. The notice is mailed to employers at the end of each calendar year and shows the unemployment rate effective for the coming calendar year. This percentage is to be applied to taxable wages paid, and that determines the amount the employer contribution due. Each jurisdiction rate notice may differ in appearance but contains similar information. Using Pennsylvania as an example, below is a sample how the information may appear. As you can see, contribution rate notice typically contains information that explains how the different ratios and calculations are reached. From this depiction, you can see the ratio factors, the basic rates, and the different factors and calculations. If your state requires the employees to contribute to the unemployment fund, you'll also see their rate for the upcoming year. And finally, this slide, probably the most important slide of them all, will dictate what you really need to look at. You want to look at the 12-month periods each year, each fiscal year, the taxable wages, benefit charges, contribution rates. You want to audit these line items all the way across for each year. And looking at your taxable wages as to what wages should have been reported, what the benefit charges are for that year, and you would verify these by looking at your monthly charge statements, and then your contribution rate, what you're actually paying the agency for your coverage. You want to verify all 3 years, make sure those are accurate, and then verify these calculations that you see here at the bottom going across. This employer percentage is what will drive your rates from the charts that are typically included. When you look at the formulas and the factors that we talk about here, you can reference the materials that typically will come with your rate notice to verify that these are all accurate. When looking over these documents, many employers may experience a range of emotions because rates have increased once more, or in rarer situations have even let out a cheer because rates have went down that calendar year. Quick to file the documents away. Bad form, Captain Hook. The document is far too important to just glance through and should be reviewed closely and audited for correctness. For example, if you find an error in Pennsylvania, you have 90 days to file an appeal. Other jurisdictions, as you may find, are similar. Don't make the untimely mistake of not auditing the document properly once received, because if you later find an error outside of the time allotted to appeal, you will not be able to correct it. Things you should be looking out to verify for accuracy include reported wages for each period, as well as benefit charges as listed on the monthly statements. This is a good time to mention that you should also be closely reviewing your monthly charge statements for errors as well. Likewise, you only have a set number of days to appeal errors that appear on the monthly statements. After the appeal period runs, again, you'll be stuck with the charges. Finally, verify your contribution payments, run the math, verify the rate calculations. If there are errors, file timely appeal. If you find that the rates are accurate, then you know with confidence that you're good to go.